Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we'll be continuing from the HTML course part 2, and I'm very excited because we are done with chapter 1 and 2, in which we took a look at some basic HTML tags and stuff. Today we will also be looking at the basic HTML tags, but some some professional things, because now we're moving on and we will be getting tougher and tougher. So for now, guys, we will be doing chapter 3, basic HTML tags. So let's start with it. So we can add elements inside the body tag to define the layout. So we can add some elements inside the body tag. Now what is the body tag? You will know when you open our VS Code. So HTML element is that everything from starting to the ending end. So every tag which starts, it has an end. Okay, so as you can see, the body, this is the opening tag, and this is another body which is the closing tag. Now there is literally no difference. Only difference is when you start typing the closing tag, it will you have to add a slash over here. If you're using a VS Code just like me, then you would know that when you just write body and press enter, it would give you this two and this two directly, so you don't have to type anything, and this is your content, whatever you want to add. So maybe we should just start with our coding. So I will just open our HTML course code. Here I will make a folder of chapter number 3. Here I'm going to open it with code. So now it will open VS Code for me. I hope that you know this trick which I told you, and you would know the reason for this too. And if you've not watched my previous course, so the link is in the description. So just go there and watch my course. So it's taking a bit of time to load, and we'll just wait. Till then, rather than wasting our time in waiting, let me just continue with our thing. So the the main thing to understand is that whenever the tag opens, it needs to close. Okay, so if I open a tag, it needs to, let's let's just close these things. So whenever a tag starts, it needs to end. It must end in a way. Okay. Now I'm going to make a file. I'm going to make an index.html. Yep, that's it. Now we looked at the boilerplate in chapter number 2, and so in VS Code, if I just press exclamation mark and it's saying something like Amit abbreviation, if I just press enter, the boilerplate will be here for me. This all is the boilerplate. Now I have to give a title to my document, I mean the web page. So I will give that. So I would give chapter 3 for now. Okay, I saved it. One thing I have to do is I'm going to just open it with live server so that we could just have a live look at it, and whatever changes we're doing, you could see that. And here you go. We have our chapter number 3 here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the body tag over here, and as you can see here that when the body tag starts, it is ending too. Let me just close this. So when the body tag is starting, it is ending too. Okay, so let's take an example. If I just say it's saying body, and I'm going to just press enter, so it's giving me body, and this body, the opening and closing tag for me without even typing it. So yeah, that's actually the good thing I like about it. So this size is good, I think. So as you can now see, I'm going to just save it. And then it's important to save your work as you go on. Okay, so I'm going to just go to my PDF. So now we're going to be looking at HTML attributes. Okay, so what are attributes? So guys, the attributes, all most of them are here, but let's just read this. Used to add more information corresponding to an HTML tag. So the HTML attributes give more, information corresponding to an HTML tag. So here you can see at this tag, this is an anchor tag. Now you will be thinking, what's an anchor tag? Well, this is the anchor tag. We will be studying about it here. But let's just say here. So the href is the HTML attribute over here. Now this is not very important, but still, just to know. Now as you can see here that we are having double quotes. I have clearly stated over here is that we can use single or double quotes in HTML. So if I just use the single quotes rather than the double one, there's going to be no issue. So just to keep that in your mind, let's just move on to the anchor tag. So the anchor tag is used to add links into an HTML web page, which is also a website. And so this is an example. A the anchor tag, the A represents as the anchor tag. So you can see all of this. Now let's add an anchor tag of our own. So now you have to do is in the body tag, I'm going to make an anchor tag. So all you have to do is have to add A, and then you can see something like Emmet abbreviation. Just press enter, and boom guys, here you go. Now this this href thing, what is this href thing? So here you're going to write the link to your thing. So I'm gonna just say https slash google.com google.com. And let's just say wikipedia.org slash. Actually, I don't know why this VS Code of mine is having issues, like when I'm actually writing CO and things like that, just stuck for some reason, and it says this is not a command. I don't know what's the issue. Okay, now we have written our link, and yep, that's actually good. If we just sorry, sorry. So sorry, I just so if I just refresh it, there is no Wikipedia or thing like that, although I've saved it over here. So what's the problem? The problem is this guys, I have to write a text which will actually show. So I'm going to just say oops so I'm just going to say Wikipedia and save it. So this is the text in which when I will click, okay, you can see clearly over here Wikipedia, and if I click, it is taking me to wikipedia.org. uh, yep, it took me to wikipedia.org, which is what I actually wanted. But let's go back. I don't want the Wikipedia here because uh, we are doing some coding here guys. So let's go back and refresh it. So this is the text which you want to show, and this is the link. So I hope you have understood that what is an anchor tag. An anchor tag is the tag which is used to add links. Now here you can add any type of link you want. youtube.com, it's up to you. Any type of link over here. So let's just save it. Now let's go back to our PDF, and let's take a look at the img tag. So the img tag is used to add images in an HTML page. So this is an example. Now the reason I you can see the index.html here because I made it over here, so that's why it's showing me over here. Now if I want to add an image, if I just copy it here, okay, so it would be visible over here and I can just directly do like that. I can just add it using some tag. But the problem over here is that what if I want images from the web? Now you can also do things like that. So we will be adding the img tag. Let's first search for some images. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to just say computer pic over here, and let's wait for it to load. So I'm getting a lot of images over here. There are a lot of images. Let's just go to images and choose any of them. Okay, which one to choose? They are so beautiful pictures. I can't understand what to look at. So let's just click on this one, and I'm going to just right click and say open image in new tab. Now code, this whole code, I'm going to just copy it. I'm going to just cut it from here, and let's add an img tag over here. So if I just say img, it's going to give you some emit abbreviation thing. I'm going to just press enter, and in the src I'm going to paste that whole link. Let's just toggle the word wrap. That actually make things easier for us. You toggle word wrap. Okay. Oh, that's a big thing though. So this is actually the link to our image. Now what is this all? Now this is optional, but you should use it. Now what if I have no internet? I have very less internet. Obviously the website will take a lot of internet if it has a lot of images. But what if I'm having less internet, not a fast internet? Then what you have to do is you will have to give an alt text over here. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to just say computer. Okay, so I just said computer. Now this is optional. So what if my internet's not working? Then it would say some picture type of thing. It would say computer, not show the picture, but still it will give an idea that the picture of this is computer. So just type whatever image you try to use. Now I'm going to just save it. Let's go back to our thing, and here you go guys. You can clearly see that we added the image. Now what if I want to resize it? Now the problem is guys that the computer language we're learning is HTML. You would clearly know that, and in order to resize the images, style them and do things like that, you have to learn CSS, which we're not doing unfortunately. So this thing can't be done using HTML. So please keep that in your mind. And well, this actually auto resizes your image, and I think this image is good. But yeah, it's good. So let's just go with it. Now let's go to our PDF. Let's look at the other tags. So it says bold, italic, and underline tag. So we can use these tags to do the specified thing. So the B tag is the bold tag. This I tag is the italic tag, and this U tag is the underline tag. So let's just try out some of these. So first I'm going to make a paragraph here because I want to add tags using paragraph. Now I'm going to just say, okay, so I just said this is a text using the paragraph tag. Now what if I just want to bold the paragraph tag? I'm going to just say, oops, I'm having some issue. Okay, so it gave me a B tag. Now I'm going to just control exit, control X. Control V. Okay, now if I save this, let's go back to our thing, and here you go guys, you can see this is a text using the paragraph tag. There you can see the text, this text is the normal thing, but this is done using the paragraph tag. Now I'm having a lot of issues using this image thing. I'm going to just remove both of them for now. That's pretty good. I mean, this is looking neat. That big picture was causing issues. So this is the text using the paragraph tag. The next one we have is the italic tag. So let's take another example. So this is a sorry, this is a text using the paragraph tag. So here I'm going to just say I. Okay, so now let's see, and here you go. This is the text using the paragraph tag, and let me just copy this. And rather than the I tag, I'm going to just add the U tag. So what is a U tag? The underline tag. So let's paste the thing. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, so let's just copy this. Okay, let's go check our Google. So you can see the underline tag. So all of this is quite visible to you guys. Now, for the bold tag, I want to tell you guys something. Let's just make, sorry, let's just make a heading here. H1 tag to say this is a heading. Okay, so if we just see this, you can see clearly that this is quite bolder than this. Now a lot of people do something is that they use the heading tag to bold the text. No, don't do this. Don't even try to do this, because you know guys, this makes your website look bad. If you want to resize the image, that's going to be a the text, there's going to be a huge issue. So try to use the B tag, and if you learn CSS, you can do more styling like italic and stuff like that. But you can use the B tag, but don't use H1, or even if I just say H6 tag, if I say this is a heading, you can see that this is literally smaller than this, and people can use this as a sentence, suppose. So don't do things like this. Use the P tag, which is for paragraphs, and use the H1 tag, which is for the headings. Let's look at the other tags now, and we have the PR tag. Now, just as usual, this is making a lot of mess. Let's be neat and clean. So now I'm going to write some tag. So what is the BR tag? So the BR tag is used to create line breaks in an HTML document. Now let's do something. Oops, didn't I save it? Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so here I'm going to just show something to you. Now here I'm going to write. Oops, what happened? Oh, okay. Now you can see this tag. This is a heading using the paragraph tag. They would think that am I crazy that I'm writing text like this, but just to tell you something, if I just go, you can see that this tag is showing like this. And if you just see here, this is not printing. This is not showing like the thing we thought of. We thought that this text is going to be things like this. But if we just look at the thing over here, the print in of it, it's actually sorry. This is not the one, not the type of thing which we wanted. So how to display text like this? So then we have the br tag. So it will create a line break. It will break the line where we want. So I want to break a line here. I'm going to just say br. I'm going to just say br. Sorry, br. I'm going to just say br. And just say br. Okay. Just a PR, and here you go guys, this is displaying just like we wanted. And you can make a lot of things like this. If I just copy this, I just paste more. If we do things like this, it's going to create a lot of line breaks and things like this. So this is actually a good trick, but yeah, let's just remove them again. The same thing goes like uh, if you're just say, if I just remove this, I just okay, I'm having an issue here. Just say, make a PDA. I say this is a heading. This is a heading. If we just save it, if we go here, we can see this is a heading. This is a heading. There is no space. This space is gone nowhere. This is nowhere to be seen. So we have another tag for this, and we will. This is the p tag. We will be talking about that later. Let's just delete this. Okay, so the next tag we have is the hr tag. Or now what is the hr tag? So the hr tag is used to add a horizontal line in between. So let's just add a b tag here. Just let's just remove this. Just say lorem 90. Sorry, 90. It's giving me 90 words, and as you know about this trick, I took it. So I want a horizontal ruler between. Oh my, why am I clicking on this all the time? Now I want a horizontal ruler over here, and just say HR. And if we just save this, if we go to I, yes, you can see this line clearly, and I just copy this all, and after this I paste it. So there is a horizontal line in between. I actually sometimes like this trick, and not a trick, it's a text. This is a tag actually, so we won't call it as a hack or something like that. But I actually like this, especially if you want to. Sometimes you have to change the paragraphing and things like that, so that you can see some difference between the paragraphs. So that's why you can use this. Now here comes the pre tag, our last tag of the chapter. So this tag is used to display text as it is. As I said, I'm going to just say pre tag, and here I'm going to say oh my god, what is that? Okay, so if we write text like this, if we go over here, you can see that the text over here is just like the one which we wanted. It's just like the one which we wanted. And now you will think about the space. Let's press backspace. Now guys, you would be thinking, how did I get a lot of cursors? So if you just press Alt and click on these text, you can do a lot of things. If I just type here, things like this, you can do this, especially if you're doing the same thing again and again. But if I just save it, let's see how it looks. Does this space is removed? I don't know. This text is also looking a bit different, but you can change that using the CSS. So the pre-tag is very good. So guys, we are done with our chapter number 3, and I hope you learned a lot in this chapter. And obviously we have a practice set now, so let's move on to chapter number 3, practice set. Okay guys, so here we are at chapter number 3, practice set. Again guys, I'm very sorry, we will be looking at a form. The problem is guys that sometimes there are so many things, and I can't actually make a whole practice set course on it, so I make a form for you guys. So the link to this form is guys in the description. So please go and solve this, and this is related to all the stuff we did in our chapter number 3. So as you can also see here, this is a chapter number 3 practice set, and this is actually the a test of you guys. And I don't know, it's unresponsive. Okay, it's back to normal now. I don't know, my computer is hanging a lot these days. I don't know why. I mean, it was fine. This, so this is actually the whole thing. Okay, I don't know what is this. This is singing. Oh, guys, don't do the things like this. You have to solve all of this. Okay, only 5 questions for you guys. So just try to solve these, and the marks are not coming to me, so don't get scared that I will mark you guys for something. No, there's nothing like that. Just go and solve this. The link is in the description box, so go there and solve this. I'll see you now in chapter number 4. Okay guys, so here we are in chapter number 4, creating a page layout. So um, in the previous chapters we actually looked at some tags, some boilerplates and things like that. But in today's chapter number 4, we'll be looking at some tags which are used to create a page layout. So all of that is discussed, some extra tags are discussed. So please uh, take a look at them. So another thing guys I wanted to tell you is that please the link of all of these chapter 4 PDFs and all of that is in description guys, so don't uh, get scared that don't start typing all of this and start asking me in the comments that where is this or where is that, things like that. Okay, so the link is in description, I'm telling you again. So let's start with our chapter. So when we use the right tag in right place, it results in a better page layout. Obviously, you guys know that. We use the following tag to get the job done. Now, before that, I would just go to my desktop, to my HTML source code, make a folder, and here I'm going to open it with code. And quickly, I would request it to open. And it takes a lot of time. I mean, not a lot of time, but it does take time. No, it's not just like Google. If I just click, it just opens it for me. No, nothing like that. Okay, this is quickly. This is fast than before. This is very fast than before. Okay, just let's close it and make a new file here. Index.html file, and here I would like to add a boilerplate. So I'm going to just add exclamation mark, sorry, exclamation mark, enter. Guys, you would know till now that what how to add this, so I'll not repeat all that boring discussion again. I'm going to just Okay, so I just named it as chapter 4, and just right click and open with live server. Okay, so it opened for me. Chapter 4 is here. Okay, side to side, that's good. So here, if you see, we have no header tag or something like that. We have head, we have body, that's all. There is nothing here. So these are some extra tags which we will be looking at. So the first thing is the header tag, because the header tag actually has contains the nav tag. Now what is the nav tag? Because if I just take an example of, so here you can, I just uh, took a look at this website. So this thing, guys, that you can see, this is actually known as the navigation bar, and you guys might also know about it. So this is actually known as the navigation bar, and in the navigation bar you have the home, this links, the picture, the search bar, things like that, things like that. There are a lot of things like this. So this in there's a thing called known as nav tag, and that actually is in the header. So the header has the nav tag. Now the header tag has the website layout, the main tag has the website layout, and the footer tag has the website layout. Now if you use MS Word, you would see that it also has something like header and footer, and in the header most likely you have the headings and some date and things like that, and just like in HTML we have a header which has our nav bar and things like that. Now comes the main tag. Now what is the main tag? So the main tag, guys, has all of that main thing. Now you would see there are three paragraphs in writing the creative writing. First is the opening, the starting paragraph. Then the second one is the main, and the last one is the word, the concluding paragraph. And all of the main thing, all of the juicy and the spicy part of your story is in the main part. So just like creative writing, HTML, the juicy part of your website is all in the main. And in the footer, you have things like, let's take an example of the same website, for example. So most of them, have this copyright thing and things like that. And this thing can be your footer, can actually be your footer. So we took a look at it. Now let's just do something like, let's add them. So let's add the header tag, and the next one let's add the, oops. So if I add a paragraph here, I say T, I say, and if I say, if I save it, and if I go to the chapter 2, okay, this is good. What if I remove them? What if I remove them, suppose? And now if I check, there's literally no, such thing. There is no difference in it. If you just go a little back in the video, you would see that the displays was just the same like this. So one thing which you notice is that the header and the main and the footer tag, these all are imaginary. Not imaginary, I would say invisible things, and these cannot be seen. So this would not say that, oh, this is the header, this is the main, this is the footer. No, it's just for something known as the SEO. Now, what is an SEO? You will know that in a while. So let's go forward. Let's study add some things. Inside the main tag, we insert the following tag. So in the main tag, the juicy part of your website has things like this. So let's look at it. Let's look at it. So main, the opening tag. So this is actually the main opening tag. Now here comes the section, a page section. So I make a website. This is my website. Suppose I make a section like this. So that would be my section, a page section or an article. So article is actually in a way the main part in which you write your stuff, you type your stuff and things like that. It's all in article, the article tag. Then comes aside content aside from the content. I know that's a bit confusing. Content aside from the content. So you will see a lot of websites like I showed you this website and you know ads like this ad. These are not this is not something like a section or an article something. This is something which is content aside from the content. This is not content. Who would like to solve these cube robots and things like that? We don't want it. So that's actually the aside tag. This all comes in the aside tag, and then comes the main closing tag. Now again, let's just type this. There is actually nothing, but for your thing, I will just make tags like this. I will just say p. Okay, I will just copy this for now. Okay, then comes our section, article, and a site. Now, if I save this, you can see the thing is again the same. If I add a main tag over here, so what happened? If I add a main tag over here for you guys, okay. Okay, so I added a main tag over here, and still there is no difference because again these are tags which are just in the code and they do nothing in your website. So keep that in your mind. These don't say anything like this is the section, this is the article. This all is done for SEO. As I said, creating a page like this is not necessary, but it is helpful for SEO. Now let's do a brief discussion. What is SEO? Okay, what is SEO? Why am I saying SEO all the time? There is a reason for SEO. So let's discuss. Now, in one of my thing, I said that in my chapter, I said that there's an HTML document. It goes to your Google or your browser, and then comes the render page. Now, your Google, your browser, the search engine, it's actually going through your code, and the it's actually a robot who is looking through your node. Now if he it's looking through your website. Now if you say that this is the main tag, this is the section tag, this is the article, this is the site, this is the main, the robot, the computer, it will understand correctly that okay, okay, this is how I want, and it will understand your website a lot, and that helps in ranking your website. So if I say something like, so you're seeing something like this over here, and all of this is done by SEO. Okay, there's one more thing like this jar set thing. You you write some keywords over here so that your website rank. So SEO is something which you guys should know. I'm not talking about this in a lot of detail, but let's just talk about it at least. So next thing which we're looking guys at is link attributes. Now we looked at the anchor tag and at chapter number 3, and in there we just add some text, and when we click on the text it takes us somewhere, but not just text, but you can also add images, and if you click on the images it will take you somewhere else. I would also tell you another thing. So in the body tag I would say ank a and href, and this I'm going to say, just say okay. So here I'm going to say image src, and here I'm going to add an image. So let's just say I just googled hacking pics for now, just for some, or just for an example. This looks good, or let's do something else. uh, okay, this is actually quite big. Let's remove this, and in the src I'm going to paste this. Okay, toggle word wrap here, and toggle word wrap. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, just look at the link. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a lot. Well, let's just give it an alt. And now here I'm going to give the href. So I'm going to just say the same thing. I'm going to just copy this, because I don't, when I write C it shows a problem, and here I'm going to say slash. Okay, and if I just go to my website I can see, okay, I'm having an issue. What's the issue? Actually, you know what, I should remove this. This is actually causing a lot of issue for me. Okay, okay, this is good. Okay, now I know. Oh my god. Let's remove this guy. This is this is literally causing a lot of issue. Here I'm going to say SRC. I'm going to just. Oh my god, when I what? Why are you just? I'll just do something else. This is better. This is good. This is very good. If I get the okay. Yeah, I just okay, the home thing. If I just go back, okay, should take me. What's that? Uh, okay, sorry, the slash. Oh my god, I'm just so silly. Oh my god, wasn't it taking me to? Okay, just paste it. Done. www. Oh, okay. Okay, again. www. Oh my god, I was stupid. Oh, I didn't save it, I think. Oh, I didn't save it. This is creating chaos here. What is this? I'm copying this one. Here. Okay. I see. Finally. Okay. Google is opening here. Now, if I'm clicking on this, it's taking me to Google on the same tab, which is actually what I don't want. I wanted to open it. I wanted to open it in a new tab. So then I have to add a text over here. Okay, so when this is the HR of thing, you have to just click here, press space, and write target equals to underscore blank. And if I now click on this, it's opening Google for me in a new tab, which is what I want. Now there is also one thing which is underscore a self. I If I click on it, it's showing on the same thing. So there is actually because self means self. It's opening in its own tab, so it's self. But for now, I would just change it to blank. And guys, this thing is going to be working for you, a lot. This is going to be working for you a lot, and yep, this is actually very good. So for less mess, I'm going to just okay. What happened? Just delete backspace. Control S. Oh my god, why do I always click on it while going to? Okay, let's look at the next tag, which is the div tag. Div tag is used to store content. This tag is a block element. Now, what is a block element? And what is an inline element? We will be discussing that. So, if I just make div over here, and if I just add a p tag here, and I say lorem multiply by 2. Oh my god, are my number locked? Okay, this is good. If I inspect this, and if I just go to, if I just click on here, if I just, uh, I choose this, oops. Now, when I'm clicking on it, it's saying that all of this part, this P, sorry, where's the div actually? I want the div. Okay, I clicked on the div. Now, as you can see in the div, that it's taking this whole thing. Okay, this is taking a whole thing. So we would call it a block element. A block element is an element which takes all the space it has. So it's stopping here. It should have just taken space till here, but it's taking this whole place. This blue thing is the this blue thing's telling us how much space it's taking, and it's taking this whole space. Okay, so I hope you're understanding my point. So the div is used to store content. In our next classes, we will be also looking at some tag things. So you can store things like this. Why would this help? Especially when you're writing CSS, you have to specify an element and then give it CSS. So if that would be useful if you're typing CSS, but you should also use it here. If we look at the next and the last one, that's the span tag. And span is an inline container. So a span is an inline thing. Now, what is an inline? You would know now. I would just say span, and here I would just add a p lorem multiply by 5. For example, okay, let's go here. Okay, if I just inspect this, if I just go to the span, if I click on span, okay, so the span here is taking its the place it has. Now if I'm hovering on it, it's just saying span. Why? Because it's taking only this much space from here. Now this is the P, but as we have written it in the span, that's why it's that's why, yep, so it's inline. So if I just click on span, the span here is just this much. So that's why, guys, mostly people like to use block elements. Some people like to use inline. Now, should I use the inline? Should I use the block element? Now, guys, when you're writing CSS, sometimes you have to add, background color in your text. So this all I want to background. So if the background just ends here, that would not look nice. But if I ends here, over here, that would look nice, and it would say, okay, this is something like a container, a box. Okay, so this is why you can do anything like that. So it's your choice. You can use span, you can use div, you can use anything you want. So now, guys, we have looked at many things we have done with chapter number 4, and let's move on to chapter number 4, practice set. Okay, guys, so here we are in chapter number 4, practice set, and three tasks which I want you guys to do. So let's close all these things. So the first thing, guys, I want you to do is create an SEO friendly website. So what we saw in chapter number 4, that all those header, the main tag, and then in the main tag we have the article, we have the section, we have the site, things like that. So using that, create a simple website. Now what do I want in the simple website, in a friendly SEO friendly website? I would just want you guys to add all the 6 headings: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, all of them. Then add 6 paragraphs talking about yourself. Okay, so uh, just make a website 6 paragraphs and 6 headings, and all of them, in all the 6 headings, you would say, "This is me here," or something. "This is me here," or you can just say "about me." Okay, and then in the 6 paragraphs, you would say something about you. And now, how much text should a paragraph have? Now you can also make one sentence, 6 sentences about yourself. And guys, if you're actually watching this course, please, if you can, so just the as it saves. Let's take an example of this. I'm making folder like this, and if you're using this open with code thing, it opens something like this. Open it with Notepad. Open it with Visual Studio, or use another app, and more apps. And you can open with Notepad or even Visual Studio Code if you have installed it. And then it will open the code for you. And just what you can do, guys, is what should I say? Okay, you can just go to Google Drive, paste it, paste this over there, and then send me the link in the comments. Okay, so I will check, I will take a look, and I will reply. I promise I will reply to you. Now this thing I would like you guys to do by yourself. The second one is create an HTML page which opens Google when clicked on an image. I would like you to do this too. And in 3, it's saying that create a website which has your 5 top used website. The link should open in a new tab. Now you can rather uh, you know add a text, or you can also add an image, and if you click on it, it will show your 5 top used website. The link should open in a new tab. That means the target is equals to underscore or blank thing. You have to use that, and then the create an HTML page with opens. So in a way, you have to do the whole thing by yourself. And just for this SEO friendly website, I would like you to do this and upload it on Google Drive, and then send me the link, and I will have a look at it. um, we are almost ended with the video, guys, and in our today's video we looked at chapter number 3 and 4, and in our next video, inshallah, we will be looking at chapter 5 and 6. uh, this is it of the video, guys. I hope you liked our part 2. I will see you in our next one. Till then, guys, take care and bye.